Subscribe to PAMX channel. Click on the bell icon to receive notification on new uploads. Like and share the video. Thank you.
Today we have with us Dr. Ashutosh Tripathi, who represents R&D Group of the Nature Center for Flexible Electronics at IIT Kanpur. And it's a completely new topic for our audience. So we are glad that you are able to make time for this interview, sir. And we welcome you on board.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So your field of research and development in printed electronics on flexible substrates is still very new and less known, although I understand research on the subject has been ongoing over the past 20 years. So could you please give us a brief overview of the current status of the technology and its major potential areas of application?
Actually, we still call it a new field, right? As a matter of fact, the term printed electronics was floated already over a century ago. In early 1900s by a German scientist or researcher named Albert Hansen. So at that point of time, he patented some ideas on how we can have like printed tracks to connect let's say electrical components. And in past, like it used to be, you have rods or big wires to collect big electrical equipment, and then slowly it evolved into let's say as the components became smaller, miniaturization happened. Then people started like using thin wires instead of rods, and then gradually started having like what we know today as printed circuit boards. So that has been the precursor of printed electronics, and it has been there in our day-to-day life since I think 1950s, 60s, long ago. So how the printed electronics, why do we still call it a new term? Well, the differentiator here is that in past it was mostly about printing of, let's say, metallic lines or conducting lines, and now we talk about printing of real functional components. So it is evolution, a further like growth towards the already existing technology on the already existing technology. And so when we talk about new printed electronics, then it is about printing of functional inks, printing of an ink, for example, which can give light, an ink which can convert solar energy into electrical energy, what we know as solar cells, an ink which can act like a circuit, like in our microprocessors, in our phones or laptops or everything what we use.
That's interesting. So sir, with particular reference to India, what is happening in this field and what is the role being played by your segment, that's Flexible Electronics Center at IIT Kanpur?
Right. So if you look at like printed electronics, we have to see how it is different from conventional electronics, right? If I talk about conventional electronics, it is made by depositing multiple layers, which means applying multiple layers. So we say is that when you go from conventional electronics to printed electronics, you have to develop printing process and you have to develop functional inks that can do the job what conventional electronics does. So if we look at the infrastructure, the strength of India, that always has been the printing. We are very good in printing, and making the inks means chemical industry. We are actually very large chemical industry. Still, unfortunately, we are not where we could have been in the field of printed electronics. So coming back to your question, there are like few things happening. There are like people who are involved in PCB manufacturing, which sometimes use partially printing process. There are like companies manufacturing membrane switches in India that also like involves partially printing process. Some companies have started printing of RFID antennas, etc. Why we are not where we could have been? The reason is like we are missing ecosystem. So if you look at like countries which are doing very good in printed electronics, they have equipment manufacturers, they have ink manufacturers, they have processing infrastructure, and they have very good market outlook. We lag in all these fronts. We have actually very good processing infrastructure and very good businessmen, but the ecosystem is not complete. So that is the one thing where we need to focus on if you want to make printed electronics a success in India. So if you look at in general Indian industries and Indian printing industry, one thing which you find is that R&D budget is very limited in the industry for several reasons. And most of the industries look at very short-term ROI because there is no R&D budget. So they may not have a business plan to invest a lot of money in research and development. And our center exactly bridges that gap. So we take idea from academia and we talk to industry towards an application or concept application, and then we fill in this gap, what we call valley of death. A lot of technologies die there because there is not enough investment to take it from R&D to commercialization. So the Flexi Center essentially is playing a role, is a bridge between academia and industry.
If you can mention an example of noteworthy success in printed electronics, particularly with reference to the printing industry, if possible.
Yeah, right. So if you look at like success stories, there are several, but I will start first with kind of fully printed solutions. So there are like a couple of companies in Europe who have started printed RFID antenna for near field communication or RFID, or even some companies for UHF. And that is a growing business because these kind of technologies are used in smart packaging, track and trace solution, and quite IoT, Internet of the Things, all these kind of solutions. So there are like several companies which are doing good in that domain. Then there are like a couple of companies who are developing printed sensor platforms for temperature sensors, or like image sensors, and other sensing platforms. Then if you look at like partially printed solutions, that is really huge. Like there are companies who are involved in making flexible displays for mobile phones. So if I give an example of my mobile phone, right? So it has a screen like this. But nowadays there are technologies available where you have a screen on the both sides and it's seamless. There's no two displays and you can just fold it. You can fold it into half a display and put it in a pocket. And these are commercially available. They are like, as I said, companies who are making flexible solar cells, which can be mounted on a building, very lightweight, and they are like partially printed. A lot of layers are printed there using quite standard, I would say, printing technologies that are used in conventional graphical printing. They are like companies who are making electroluminescence displays using printing technologies for the packaging. There are companies who are making lighting solutions with partially printing technology. So there are like several success stories, and that's the reason why the market is projected to grow to a few tens of $1 billion already by 2025.
So what can we foresee as opportunities and challenges for the printing industry if they want to enter this new field of printed electronics?
Yeah, so if I let's talk about opportunity first, and it starts with a negative note. What we see that in the digital era, the printing industry worldwide is shrinking. So what do we do? What the industry can do? Industry is struggling to keep their profit high and to sustain these times. And often it is done by cost cutting. So of course, that has been successful in few cases, but it has only limited scope of success because you cannot cut costs beyond a certain limit. Then at one point of time, you have to make the pie bigger. How do we make the pie bigger? Some leading printing industries adopt the strategy to have new verticals, get into new frontiers, new domains to achieve sustainability and growth. So this is the opportunity also Indian printing industry has. If conventional printing market is shrinking, this is the time. Just try to have new verticals. Try to do new innovative things. Do not rely only on cost cutting, but also rely on technology innovation for growth and success. And one thing is in past there was always an issue that equipment is fully booked in all 3 shifts. Once you have lesser jobs for conventional and graphical printing, I think you may have more process time for newer things, and it will not significantly add the operating costs. So challenges, as I said, there are many. Of course, opportunities also is a challenge. That ROI, how to convince the industry that you go into certain uncertain domain where the success is not guaranteed. Skilled manpower. We still it is even though the infrastructure etc. for printed electronics is similar to what is used in conventional printing, I think a lot of post print process and the handling of let's say process requires a different skill set, and we do not have it to the extent we require. Missing ecosystem I talked about. So all those things we have to work about, and if we look at the center is there to at least play its role to fill the gap to the extent we can.
So sir, what is the status of availability of inks and raw materials along with know-how for intending entrepreneurs, and how does the Flexible Electronics Center help in this regard?
That's a very interesting question actually. We always thought that we don't have inks and raw materials and formulations etc. As a matter of fact, a lot of conductive and even functional inks and materials that are used in printed and flexible electronics, they are synthesized, they have been synthesized in India, and not today, maybe since over a decade. For a couple of reasons. Indian chemical industry is very good in contract manufacturing. We have cheap labor, and for some reason our environmental regulations and laws are more relaxed compared to many developed countries, so it is easier to synthesize and do chemical processing here in India. So having said that, in last few years, couple of let's say local companies are coming up who are into synthesis of their own inks that is required in printed electronics. Still the number is small and volume are small, but it is a good thing that companies are coming, and not only at the let's say material side, but also on the product side. There are companies who have started to make some small printed electronics product in their own manufacturing facilities in India. So they are offshoots. We hope that it grows into a big garden in the future.
So you were a part of World Print and Communication Forum, which happened parallelly with PAMEX this year in January. And I believe you must have visited the exhibition after that as well. So how did you find the quality of exhibition?
I have been there since 2015. What I noticed in 2015 that mainly it was equipment exhibitors and print and packaging converters, etc. Then in 2017, I saw more diversification, and in 20 it was, even more. We see all the trends in Pemex that it is slowly building, and I hope it will be a driver for success of printed electronics in India.
So, thank you for giving us your time and agreeing for this interview, sir. It has really been.
Thank you very much.